Waldo's asking, why is there a timer for the stream to start? It's to give people a chance to come in. How early did you come in? That's so fast. Why do you want to see the mom? Oh, you'll see the mom, it's fine. Give it a second. I'm just setting up. Okay, I think we're good. Hi everyone, good evening. It's Friday then. Hope you're all doing well. Another week done. You know what we're here for today. Here we go. It's round 5 of our career mode already. Can you believe it's been 5 rounds already? We're sailing through this. Promises to be a good one as well. We've had 4 different winners in the first 4 races. And one of them isn't Max Verstappen. So we're expecting big things from old Max today. Had some good pace last time though. Last 2 races have really been good for us. Anyway, let's bring up the game. Did a couple of laps earlier, just to get my eye in at Zandvoort. It's always it's an interesting race, because obviously we've never seen a real F1 race take place there. Fun circuit to drive though. I like these kind of tracks. Little tight twisty circuits, not really many places to overtake. There's kind of one big chance down the start finish straight. So important to get up the field. Mind you, we started at the back last season. Got a 3rd place, so we have good pace generally here. I'll stick the camera on as well. Can you see the mom, Waldo? Okay, let's see the sitch. Where are we at? So I think we've spent all of our parts so far. A lot of our development has gone into power unit so far. That's progressing along quite nicely as well, so we've not failed at any point so far. A couple of parts that are just beyond our reach. I'm sure we'll be making those purchases after practice today, but we're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. 2nd overall in the power unit now, behind the AlphaTauris. They've got a lot to answer for today as well, after a pretty underwhelming show in China. We're expecting bigger things from Pierre Gasly. Didn't quite go his way. Got some way to go on the chassis front. Can't afford any parts yet though. Same with the aero as well. Just lagging behind the big guys. I think we slipped back in durability as well. I think Red Bull have just jumped us there as well. That's okay. We're in a relatively decent shape. It'd just be boring if we were the fastest, right? Okay, power unit, just before I jump in as well. I think we look good. The only thing is the gearbox. So it's in a slightly better place than it was a race ago, to be fair. I think there was one race where it really took a lot of pain on the wear front for the gearbox. I've got 2 races left on that, so I'm going to run it definitely today. I think we're just going to have to make do with it in the next one as well. So kind of got one eye on protecting the gearbox a tiny bit today as well. And everything else seems fine as well. So some of these parts could even go beyond the six races. Which is good, really. So right now it's looking quite good in terms of we don't need to change any parts on the power unit. For a long time, anyway. I remember last season we were taking new parts and grid penalties as early as Russia. Hopefully it won't be the case today. Okay, so there's the standings then. Just to refresh your brains and refresh mine as well. Hamilton's the runaway at the moment. He's only won 1 race though, just like all of us. Just losing out on the consistency side a tiny bit though. For myself anyway. Had a really poor race in Australia. And that's why we're lagging behind really a little bit. We've got Bottas obviously behind as well. He's in 3rd. Verstappen. I need the top 4 within a win of the championship leader at the moment. So Hamilton's starting to stretch his legs a tiny bit. Gasly paying the price for a DNF in round 3 while he was leading. So AlphaTauri got a point to prove today. And then in constructors, we're ahead of the midfield fight. It looks quite obvious who's going to win that at the moment. Mercedes really run away with it so far. But then it's pretty much a free-for-all behind. Of course, we're in 2nd at the moment. I'm pulling the team ahead a little bit there. But De Vries has scored enough points that it's made the difference so far. So I'm not gonna be too critical of him yet. And then you've got the AlphaTauris. They dropped points, you know, the double DNF in Vietnam. They should be a bit further up than where they are. Red Bull. McLaren have been impressive as well. McLaren have had good form so far at the start of the season. So yeah, I'm expecting 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th to all jumble up in this next race. Or in these next couple of races. There's just a quick rundown of the results there as well. So you can see the standout DNFs. Well, actually, Gasly wasn't classified as a DNF. He was classified in 19th in round 3. But that was a retirement that took him out. But yeah, 4 different winners in 4 different races so far. Verstappen is... Could we call him hot favourite? He's normally... Every time I come to Zandvoort, he's normally number 1. He's normally the big guy to beat. And the Red Bull doesn't look that slow. He qualified... Where was he? He was running 2nd, I think, at some point in China. So... He's looking... I tip he will... I expect he will do well. I expect he will do very well. Let's chuck it in then. Let's do it. Boys around me. Okay, weather forecast. Another dry one. We've had rain-affected practice sessions, but not no wet race so far. Which I guess is good, but it'd be nice to have a bit of rain at some point just to mix it up, see where we stand. But no, we're having to get up there and score points on merit. We're scabbing some. Last season we scabbed a few wins just because it rained and we had really strong pace in the wet. And obviously, don't know how that's going to fare next time it rains, but I'm keen to find out anyway. Okay, let's do it. Okay, get the setup loaded on. So we are running another setup again today. Again, another one I pulled today. Not the Vietnam one that we ran for the past 2 races. We're running something a bit different. A bit too much oversteer in the Vietnam setup, and it's really hurting this circuit. There's a couple of corners, a couple of high-speed corners where the car is just very loose. So hopefully dialed that in, rein that in a little bit with the setup I'm running today. I pulled a second on my time trial time today. I'd done about 5 laps and found a second. And it wasn't a slow lap that I had on the leaderboard already. Just shows how strong some of these setups are. If you really want to be competitive. At a higher difficulty, that is.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible.
So Waldo, are you ready for Daytona tomorrow? I'm expecting big things with this quiz. I will try and make myself as readily available when it gets streamed tomorrow. I'm hoping it's streamed. I messaged Fissy today, asked him if he's doing a comeback. He's not responded yet. But I expect he'll stream his parts of the Daytona. 24 hours, hopefully. Just called it here when there's a bit of oversteer in the setup still. I was a little bit off throttle there, just to slow the car down. I'm fairly sure I hit that corner gate there.
Coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD. Looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
This is one of those circuits where you're always turning the wheel, even on the straights. You don't really have much time to to relax the steering wheel and take a look at chat, for example, or look down at the screen. There's a lot going on. It comes at you thick and fast, this layout. Good practice for Monaco, though. That's not far away either. It's only a couple of races away. That's going to be a fun one. Almost a full purple lap there. Clean lap though.
Great stuff.
Yeah, only a 10th behind Bottas. That's pretty good.
This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Ah, too deep. Fucked it. I'm sitting there in my mind thinking, oh, I'm going to get an all-purple lap here at this rate. Of course, it didn't happen. It's looking like another tidy lap. Encouraging pace anyway.
Program complete.
Okay, let's see.
Our best lap so far is a 1
Okay.
minute 11.5. This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Some nasty curbs here, though. I like to call them the F1 2010 curbs, where you touch the curb and it's an instant die. They used to be everywhere on 2010. There's a couple at this track that I don't like. Especially in the high speed bits as well, that's where they tend to be. There's a couple here you can go over, like the one I just did there. But there's some where you don't want to touch at all. Evening, Phil. You alright, mate? I'm trying to do the fast drive. I'm trying to beat the max. How you doing, man? You all set for Daytona tomorrow?
Okay, test complete, and that was a
Can't beat the gas, though.
We got a lot of valuable information.
Evening, Quiddles. Yeah, how you doing? I'm wondering where you guys all were. Got better things to do on a Friday night. Sure, whatever. Don't believe that. You're more set than normal. Well, that's going to end in disaster then, isn't it? Because that's always the way. If you put too much time in, you're going to... it's going to fall apart, right? That's what happens to me anyway. So there was just a point where I just like, gave up.
I know it's tempting to focus
Give up practicing and just wing it on the day.
Time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Quiddles is late back from work. Sad times. But at least it's done. And if you only work on weekdays, then it's the weekend now. You've made it. I don't know if you work weekends though, so that might be a premature celebration.
We're testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
You do not work weekends, so it's all good. Yeah! It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? Buzzing. Buzzing, it's the weekend. No real plans, but any day that's not working is a good day for me. And of course, it's Daytona 24 this weekend. So I'm looking forward to watching everyone stream that while I sit here thinking, I wish I could do that. Oh shit, I'm not even looking where I'm going. You can't ban me from my own stream. I'll say what I want here. I rule with an iron fist here. Do you know if Fizz is streaming tomorrow, Phil? He is going to stream, but most likely not the whole thing. Alright. So long as there's bits I can watch anyway. I'd like to keep track tomorrow. What are you running? Are you in, you running the LMP? LMP2 car tomorrow? I actually don't know what cars are running anymore. I'm assuming the LMP2 is there. Has to be, it's their new car. Daytona prototype? Actually, tell me the classes. Otherwise, I'm just going to guess all the cars. How many classes are there? Pierre Gasly! Sorry, I got really hyped there. Pierre Gasly top in practice right now. I mean, it means nothing. It's practice, but that's pretty good. I'm just the 8/10 off. No big deal. Okay. The 2 new GT3s are in. A Lamborghini, the new M4, and 4 GTEs. It's gonna be GTE is gonna be a fun class to drive.
So let's review our top 3. Verstappen.
To be fair, the LMP is gonna be top as well, but
What an incredible practice.
the GTE was extremely fun.
Stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend
Oh, I'm behind Nick at the moment. That's how bad we are. There he is. Top of the leaderboard. Prepare yourselves, boys. This could be, well, Leclerc in second as well. I mean, even if Leclerc won, let's have, yeah. Who do we want to win today? Do we want 5 different winners? It's already too many, in my opinion. I'm happy to win every race from now on. It's not going to happen though. That time doesn't look that good. Okay. We have got... Don't know why I'm looking now. Quiddles is still backing Gasly. I imagine he'll be the popular choice. Who's what's the stints looking like tomorrow, Phil? Are you gonna be leading or starting the race? Have you got an order sorted out? You refuse to support Gasly on the basis that he isn't number 92. Is there a reference there that I'm not getting? Why does Gasly need to run the 92?
The overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
What program am I doing here? Oh, the ERS management. I'll tell you, starting an endurance race is, I mean, it's really fun. Because obviously that's where all the action happens. Because everyone's all so close together. But my god, there's so much pressure. It's not pressure that I've ever had in any other kind of racing. But when you got like 6 teammates as well, they're all watching you drive. Oh, it's a stressful opening scene, especially the race start, where everyone's all real bunched together. You just want to run your own race for 24 hours. but you just can't help but get stuck into a few fights as well. Enjoy that opening stint tomorrow. That's the fun bit. I don't want to see you after 7 laps backwards.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of that.
Technically, Gasly should have 0.92. Again, I'm still not understanding the reference here. Is this... I don't get it. Am I stupid?
0.3 miles per hour.
Don't answer that, by the way. Sad that no one picked number 42 yet. It will happen though, eventually. Should take a long time, but we don't have many new drivers coming to F1 these days.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into the race strategy.
We need more teams, really. God, that was close to the gravel. I'm slower than Gasly, and he's on the hard tyre at the moment, so that's not particularly great. I need to ignore. I need to shut up. I'm talking. I'm constructing some kind of narrative here, where even though I've not set a competitive lap time, I've just set a lap time where I used no energy at all. Also because Ghastly is 092. Gotcha, Pokemon reference. Oh shit, where am I going? We need Alex Riggins to come over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone else that runs 42. Is there not anyone in F2 or F3 that run a number 42 somewhere? We're on 42 watch. Is there a driver out there that runs the number 42 that can run an F1 car? We need someone to keep an eye on in the junior categories. We need someone to run the 42. No test and reserve drivers that have run a 42 in a test session before? Stevie's asked what he's just arrived to. We're talking about driver numbers. More specifically, Quiddles is very sad that no one has run the number 42 yet. So after all, that is the meaning of life. No one's run it. Evening, by the way. Hope you're doing alright. Russell is impeding my lap here. Get out of the way! Shit. Right, I don't think I'm going to get past George this lap. He's in 5th at the moment, so actually we're pretty similar on pace. Or should be. You would think. Hang on, Stevie's wrote a lot there. This is challenging at a track like this. I'm going to end up driving into the grass so much at the moment because I'm looking down here. Rossi used 42 while subbing. See, this is what you hear, Stevie. You coming in clutch with these big plays, these big number stats. So Alex Rossi needs to come back then.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute.
So there we go, Quiddles. You've got your new driver to back. I mean, I don't think Rossi's coming back, unfortunately. But he's a quality driver in IndyCar, that's for sure.
Okay, this is a quali sim.
Yeah, so he doesn't use 42 in IndyCar. So, not really. Can't really back him then, can we? Has to be a... So, does it have to be a career-wide, you have to use the number the whole time, or are we just talking F1 numbers here? To be fair, like, I imagine the drivers in the lower categories, if they're using 42, I'm expecting they're bound to use it in the real sport, the real F1. Imagine if Rossi came to F1 and someone got the 46 before him. Be awkward, wouldn't it? It's like Ronaldo going to another team and someone's already got number 7. It's like, well, what do you do? Pretty sure Rossi would pull rank, wouldn't he? That's what I'd do if I was him. Assassinate the current number 7. I mean, it's the only logical explanation. The only way out. Oh man, come on. This could be a tough race. A tough qualifying anyway. We should go up the leaderboard here by quite a bit. There we go. Still early days though, but that's okay. Did we purple that though? I think we might have done. Just want to double check that. Sweet, we did. The estimated pole time is a 109.641 and we beat that by 400. Pretty close. Kimi took number 7 because that's what he wanted the year before, and 2 other drivers wanted it for actual reasons.
Specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit
That is a Kimi thing to do, isn't it?
over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate.
That's a full-on. Can't be asked. He's put no effort into that whatsoever. He's just gone whatever number I used before. I'll use that.
Cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
I quite like that Hulk took 27 though. I don't know why, but everyone went completely mad over it. It was like Villeneuve's number, or whatever. The big number. Historical number. Should have just retired the 27 number on the spot when Villeneuve lost his life. Disgraceful that Hulkenberg took that number.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Who are
4,000.
Racing Point, Verstappen, and Daniel Ricciardo. Sadly, it's time to
Maybe we're looking a little better then.
We'll be back shortly.
Look at that lineup though.
Formula 1 action.
Verstappen, Ricciardo, Gasly are the guys behind. I mean, Hamilton hasn't put a proper lap in on softer tyres. Bottas is in 5th there, and the Ferraris are right behind as well. This race, it kind of feels wide open at the moment. Can someone actually pick 0? I'm surprised someone like Norris didn't come in and pick 69, to be honest. We're just waiting for some utter meme lord to come in and take 69. It's the only reason you'd pick it. Yeah, that is definitely a Lando Norris thing to do. Or to be honest, Max, for some reason. But 33, so 33 must just have some significance for him, though. But I would have expected, like, Max, yeah, I could easily see Max picking a number like that. Because he thinks it's totally hilarious. And everyone in the Netherlands and the world, everyone would just eat that up. Be like, haha, the sex number. Really funny. I don't even know why I'm coming into FP3. I've just done all my program now. Actual James Franco, good evening to you, sir. The actual James Franco. PR branding. You do wonder what bits are PR, what bits are, you know, driver preference. Yeah, it's weird when you think about it now. Like Red Bull literally have, now since numbers have been introduced, they've had a 3. They've had a 3 in each. So Ricciardo had 3, Verstappen had 3. No, actually, that's a lie. Kvyat had some shit-ass number. Yeah, ignore that. You can't have 69 in MotoGP anymore because it's retired for Nicky. I think you'll find the real reason is because it's the sex number. You wonder when they'll start doing that, though, in F1.
Right, here's something to remember about.
Do you reckon if Hamilton retires, they'll just retire the number 44? Like things like that.
Especially on cold tires. Turn 12 is very tight and
I could easily see F1 doing that. And then there'd be like this massive uproar. Oh no. Mazepin's gonna pick it, isn't he? He's gonna do it. He's actually gonna do it. I actually think he's gonna do it. Oh shit. I might as well do that qualifying program again. Why not? No one wants Mazepin to pick 69 for that exact reason, Stevie. Now that you've mentioned that, I hate it, but it's what I think's gonna happen. Did anyone what number did he have in F2? Do we know? He had 20. After his 20 race bans. Sure. A little wide there. Oh yeah, F2 isn't driver preference, is it? It's based on championship order still, isn't it? Yeah, okay. It's a good practice though, I quite like it. Like a lot more of motor racing category should have the ability to choose whatever number they want. Obviously not 1, but yeah, it's good fun. I didn't realise it would make such an impact when they first introduced the rules, but I prefer it to how they used to do it. I want the champion to run 1 though. It really does annoy me that Hamilton doesn't do that. Yeah, it does bother me a lot. As much as it can. No, it's all relative, you know. I don't go to sleep at the end of the night just stressing, going, why hasn't he picked number 1? Okay, let's skip that.
And with all the cars now over the line,
Look at this lineup.
Gasly, Hamilton.
Oh my word.
Racing point.
This is really close.
What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here though.
Gasly.
Winners again.
Here he is. He's back.
Weekend unfolds.
This is it. If Dan Ticktum ever made it to F1, he'd probably also pick 69. Vettel is the only one who's run the number one since the new rules. New rules were in 2014. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that the only season that Hamilton's actually run the number one, that McLaren was for shitbox. just wanted a nicer. I just wanted, like, if he ran that black Mercedes with the number one on it as well, that would just look the business. But anyway, I digress. So that's a pretty competitive order here anyway. So De Vries is only half a second off. Is in 9th. Didn't he run number one for one race? Not that I recall. I think on his helmet he did, but not on the. Oh no! Am I lying? In Abu Dhabi, didn't he? I think. Or am I thinking just helmet design? I can't remember now. And we never found out whether Nico would. Yeah, that's the only season Hamilton couldn't run the number one. 2017. So we'll forgive him for that one. I don't understand. He runs it in FP1 and then just changes it back for FP2. Is it just like some kind of flex that he's doing? Just reminding people.
Grand Prix. Do you think they enjoyed themselves out there today?
I forgot it's Nick De Vries' home Grand Prix. Forgive him for that one. I didn't. No pun intended. I didn't mean that. I'm just naturally funny. Oh dear.
You really put a lot of effort into practice.
Okay.
Components.
Question of shit.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Quiddles with a bold prediction there. I mean, it'd be nice to see De Vries up the sharp end here. I think if we had a faster teammate or a higher rated teammate, they'd probably be putting this car up further up the order. So, it's kind of flattering me being up here. It almost makes me look good, but I think it's just the car should be up here anyway. I should ban you on the spot, Phil. Okay, let's spend some R&D.
What do you think of this one?
Really? The first thing they go for is durability? I don't want it. I want to buy something else. Can afford one new part here. And these boring engineers want me to go here. No, I want to... No, let's branch out the aero. Because I can see there's a couple of parts that are cheaper there. So if I just buy that. Because we're starting to slip back a little bit there. It's always the risk, isn't it, running number one? Yeah, but it's like an honour, isn't it? I've seen I imagine the drivers would... If I was an F1 driver, if I was a driver in any category, and I won a championship, I'd run the number one just because... Not because I would feel obliged, but I would feel honoured to do that. Actually, I have done that once in Pro Mazda. Even though I completely, utterly had that championship handed to me in season 1. I still ran the number one the next season. It's just a bit of fun. Why not? Why not run it? Exactly. If it's your only championship that you ever win, I want to look back in the future and see some of those pictures of me driving that car with the number 1 on it. Did Phil run the... Phil, if you didn't run the number 1... I don't think you did you? Was season 5 the last Pro Master season? Well, actually, was the number 1... Did we make it... You were able to run it, weren't you? If you did win the Pro Master season the season before. Does my holder image have number 1 on it? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I can't see that yet. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, it is running. Number 1. This was taken before, Actually, when was this taken? No, this was taken before this was taken before season 1. This was before the league even started. I think I just had the 1 as a placeholder at the time. So this isn't actually after I won the championship. And then I've started running the blue car anyway. Anyway, I love this picture. Like, so much so that it inspired my favourite theme on the AOR forum as well. You guys remember when Fissy ran that? Changed that theme to have pretty much an identical copy of this picture. Yeah, I looked at it and I went, he's blatantly copied me. he's plagiarised that straight off me. He's gone to that exact corner. I mean, the lighting looks great. It's one of my favourite screenshots I've ever taken. But yeah, it looks good. Let's qualify, shall we? He immortalised me in history. It wasn't me though, it was him. He'd gone around himself. So it was his car and his helmet, like whatever he was running. So, I mean, it was me. No, it was Laguna Seca. It was turn. It's hard to define. It's hard to define where what part of the track. It's to go down the straight. Let's pretend turn 1 is the braking zone for turn 1 at Laguna Seca, the first braking zone. So you do 1, so it's the two double lefts, which is turn 2. Then you've got the right hander, which is turn 3, and then it's turn 4. It's like the highest speed, so you go under the tire bridge, and then it's turn 4, which is the slightly faster kink, which takes you onto the kind of mini straight after that. It's that corner there. That's where it comes from. So if I just did show you that again, just so you can see, yeah, beautiful apex if I do say so myself. Yeah, so it was at Laguna. Anyway, why is it showing the timer until the live stream? Ignore that. Amateur streamer right here. Okay, let's move it. So we're gonna have to really try hard here. One slip up or even a couple attempts you drop, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna drop you down the field. No track has worse corner numbers than Road America. It's true. I mean, I've seen some bad ones in my time. Evening, Neil. How you doing, mate? Happy weekend to you. Alright, let's do it. Everyone quiet, this is a big moment. Oh, don't bin it now. He's already missed the apex. You can kind of get away with that though. Get slightly more speed on the exit of the corner instead. Slow it down. Couldn't get on power as early as I wanted there. I think I was just a bit too tight on the corner. The line wasn't ideal. Car tipping in so nicely though. This is the worst one. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing this circuit on. That's the worst corner. Always trips me up, and it's always an insta spin curb as well. A bit too hot in there. That's okay because you can you slow through that part. This is the worst bit, worst corner on this game. Oh my word! Lost time on the exit there. Too much on the exit curb. And was really hesitant on throttle as well. Across the line. Woo! That's quite far off. 4 tenths is quite far. Gasly in second though. He's got a shot. From what I understand, Neil, sorry. Fis is doing some bits. Don't know if he's doing the whole race, but he's there. They're there in some form, which is all right. Happy with that.
Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down.
Oh my god, I'm same lap time as Nick. Alright, no, that's an eye opener. Gonna have to improve then. I mean, has he just hit OP mode as well? Is it home Grand Prix? That extra half a second being at your home race has given Nick de Vries a chance here. We have a gap there for Bottas though. 2 tenths is pretty big round here. Ricciardo's only a tenth behind. Okay, let's go again. It's in the bag. Thanks, Neil. Curse that one for me. Oh, we're in 6th now. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close here. We need to find time here. I know there's time on the table. We saw the lap was pretty untidy last time. Turn 1 was naff last time. That wasn't that great either. Can Nick defeat the mighty Gasly? Oh, that's way too wide. What is that? Taking these apexes a bit too early, it's just understeering me through the corners at the moment. Wasn't a great middle sector there.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Bit hesitant on throttle there. Right, this is the corner I need to make up. That's better. Not 4 tenths though. Two tenths off. Found 2 tenths, but we're still a bit of time off. Quiddles is, yeah. Of course, Quiddles is implying that Nick's the main character. Yeah, I'm just a lowly side character. I'm just an NPC in Nick de Vries' world here. I swear Bottas has just improved that time again. So it's looking really good for the Mercedes pair, it looked like, all of a sudden. Verstappen's not hit God mode yet. I'm Robin, thank you. Robin to Nick de Vries' Batman, thank you. Purple final sector though. But yeah, look at that middle sector. Just compare that's where all the time is. Level 1 crook, yeah, that's me. I'm like that level 2 man that you see outside of Lumbridge when you spawn in on RuneScape. Right, let's I see Lando's gap. It's just got referenced. That's awkward. That's like 6/10. Yeah, I'm just a lowly man. All you can do is attack me or pickpocket me. I ain't got any money either. I'm just used for practice. Hi Shazera, how you doing, mate? I'm not too bad. I'm glad it's the weekend. Feeling a bit nervous now about this. Need to improve on this lap. Got a Ferrari ahead of me now. There's a lot of people that can jump me here. I don't think 5th is where we're going to end up. We've got to improve this. Oh, there's traffic. Jar, just beat it though. All good. Right, so the first and the third sectors are fine. It's the middle sector. Oh, too early. Turned too early there. We're okay though. Purple. Gonna need that one to get out of my way. Oh, still too much understeer. This corner's the worst. Power on. Lifted a tiny bit. Oh, that one's gonna really hold me up here. Oh, cheers, mate. I just saw him slowing down there. I wasn't even looking there. I'm so mad right now. What do you mean that's what I get for going out of sync? Didn't do anything wrong. That's normally what I do. Last time in China, I left with 2 minutes to go on the clock. Or about 2 minutes. Didn't even get to the line in time. So P5 then. Until they all improve here. Are we ready for this? I'm not. Who did we have behind us? We had Verstappen behind us. Gasly was behind us, I think, wasn't he? I'm expecting Leclerc will be ahead of Vettel.
With qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Hamilton, and Sebastian
7th.
Vettel. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Don't know how to feel about that. The only win is that we're ahead of Max. Actually, no, 2 wins. Ahead of Max and we're ahead of Nick de Vries. I'm very surprised with Max Verstappen. Went really bad. He almost wasn't the fastest Dutchman. So yeah. So our only hope then of 5 winners in 5 different races is Sebastian Vettel. It's all down on Seb. He done pretty well. Ferrari was really quick here last season, if I recall as well. It's an all Dutch 5th row. It's what they all turned up to see. Okay, let's see. So Lando didn't improve. Ricciardo improved his lap again, but Lando didn't improve at all. So I guess Ricciardo's got a shot as well. Really? They're the only 2. They are the only 2. Stevie did say P5 was an easy win, so Ricciardo could still win this. There's a bit of a gap, isn't there, to 6th as well. I don't even know if I'll find the time. Actually, that's a lie. I was 3/10 up. If it wasn't for Albon. That's before we'd even got through the last sector. At least Albon's in 14th. So, who's the real winner? And that qualified him as well. I forgot he was my rival. It all makes sense now. Rude. Right then, what do we reckon? What I really wanted to do on this stream was to give the option to allow you guys to do like bets and stuff. But I don't think I can do it yet. Well, I can be like an affiliate, but I don't want to do that. I haven't done that yet, so I'm not planning to do that either. I really wanted like people to like put bets on and stuff where I was finished and things like that. That'd be quite cool. So all you can do is just type in the text box. I think you're gonna crash, Kerry. Basically, that's basically all you can do. You can bet in spirit. You get no payout, but you get the satisfaction of knowing that you got it right. So predictions would be appreciated. Anyone else stupidly excited by the Perez Red Bull stuff? I mean, I said earlier in the week that I thought, yeah, it looked natural, didn't it? It looked really good. He looked like a Red Bull driver already. It really fit in. He didn't look out of place at all. I almost looked at it and just kind of thought, yep, seems normal to me. Even though it's not. It's a new uniform. Oh, God, I hope he does well. I think he's fully aware of the challenge that he's got ahead of him. Wow, it's taken 5 races. But we've got a, an engine part that's slightly a different shade of green now. Why are we doing durability parts? Why are they suggesting I add parts? Thanks Shazara for the follow on Twitch. A long time YouTube subscriber, but yeah, thanks for jumping on Twitch as well. That's 150 followers, if I make that right. If I'm correct, it should be 150. So you know what that means, right? Because I promised this all a long time ago. I can finally do a face reveal. Face reveal confirmed. Hang on, let me just need to get ready. Hang on. I'm really excited for this. You guys haven't seen my face before. I've only been doing this for 10 years. And no one's ever seen my face. We want a hand reveal. Hand reveal at 200 followers. We'll just reveal me piece by piece. Are you guys ready for the face reveal? I don't know why I'm skipping through these menus. My fingers are so light. Have to be like pressing a button or something. What I've done is face conceal. Oh, another follow. Thank you to Gearhead 97. Just in time for the face reveal. Are you guys ready? Can we get some wows in the chat when this happens? Not now, but when it happens. Alright, ready? Drum roll. Ta-da! See, this is what I wanted to do 2 months ago. It's taken me this long. That's cool. That's a really cool achievement, though. I think it's quite a cool achievement. Granted, I think 120 of them I had about 3 years ago when I done iRacing, and I think pretty much all of them are now inactive accounts. If I had my glasses on, I'd look like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Hang on. Oh shit, I done hand reveal. Oh shit, I done a hand reveal. Damn. That's very annoying. Almost got like a forearm reveal as well. Got my sleeves rolled up today. Let's take these off. Pizza time. Missed that opportunity, didn't I, really? I was trying to think of a Toby quote. That wasn't, I'm going to put some dirt in your eye. I'm not that mean to my followers. Am I? Let's race. There's a face. I hope you're happy. Pizza reveal. We'll do that one day. I don't eat up here in my room normally, though. So, we'll do a pizza reveal one day. Pizza reveal at 300 followers. At what follower count do we get a striptease? I've got an OnlyFans for that, Neil. I won't do that here.
Leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit.
I should start writing these reveals down. They're in my head. I remember these. Didn't I say on my very first stream back in October? My comeback stream. I said I'd do a face reveal at 150 followers. And I actually said that to you, I think, Stevie. And there you go. You got it.
With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again.
Smug brain reveal. That's an emote somewhere. Oh jeez. I was looking at the affiliate stuff today though. Just to see what kind of features you could do. Because I enjoyed the chat. But I don't know if you can add polls and stuff. I wanted to ask actually, do you guys get ads come up when you start this stream? That's the only thing I'm worried about. I don't want to open it up and have ads running really. What did I say, Stevie? I can't remember. I can't remember what I said. How can you expect me to remember these things? I only remember serious things like face reveals. You don't get ads. That's fine. That's my priority, really. YouTube, I never monetized my stuff. For that reason. 4,000 subs. I think I've had like that offer to get my stuff monetized for a long time. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. It's the same with Twitch, really. I was looking into it thinking, can I just run the stream with no ads? So long as it's running like this, then that's cool. I'm not trying to do it to get monetized. I just want the extra features that I can. And like I said, I want you to bet on stuff and run polls and shit like that. You know, that's okay. Money is an extra feature. That wasn't what I was implying. So yeah, I gained 2 followers and I crossed the 150 threshold, and now it's just all gone to my head now. Greedy streamer. Okay, so the strategy says it's a one-stop today. So I'm inclined to just go in that direction. We one-stopped last year, I recall. Last year? It was last year. I keep saying that. We did, yeah, last season we one-stopped, I think, from the back of the grid. And it got us up to the podium. A lot of things happened that was quite fortunate in our favour. When we one-stopped last time, we had a lot of traffic, I think, come into contention. A lot of two-stoppers were interfering with the one-stoppers. But that's interesting. We're running a one-stop on the from within the top 10 there. So it stands to reason that everyone else is going to do the same as well. Cheers, Neil. Enjoy your food. Maybe you'll be here for a race one day. You always disappear just before we start. Yeah. Yeah, good luck to Team AOR as well for Daytona tomorrow. I will be tuning in, watching, cheering. Actually, is the Team AOR Twitter account going to be going live? That's all. Been dead for a couple months. Are they coming back tomorrow? Are we getting tweets and updates? Okay, let's get on with the start because Stevie also wants to go. Right, so we are in 7th? Actually forgotten. Let's do it. Got a good start. Couldn't do anything with it though. Oh, that's a damn it. That's a broken front ring for Ricardo already. Didn't gain a spot there. I think we went 3 wide through turn 1 there. Right, Ricardo's got damage, so we need to clear him quick now. I just saw a piece of end plate fall off his car. Made contact with Gasly into turn 1. Wow, he's struggling. Up the inside. Wow, he just turned still though, but survived. Wasn't even a lunge, I was well alongside there. Jazera's staying, food isn't necessary. I respect you, man. I respect you a lot. I'm not even looking at the track. Shit. Okay, I'm sorry in advance if I don't catch up on the chat here. Because I need to be looking at the track as well. But thank you. Thank you for not going away and eating food while this race is on. The sky looks pretty dingy. It's going to be a dry race. It looks like it's going to be dry. Right, Ricardo's in. Man, that's tough luck. Stevie's pick to win the race is already in for a front wing change. We're up a spot though, which is good. Leclerc already on the back of Gasly though. Right, we need to crack on. A bit of understeer there in race trim. I'll stay off as many curbs as possible, really. Well, whoever's that lead mark is, they're running away. Are we going to get our first double winner of the season? Okay, so it's Bottas leading then from Hamilton. Fastest lap! Oh no! We got beaten immediately. Okay. We've got it's close. It's looking very close between everyone. Speed is pace is pretty quick as well. I'm surprised I even got that fastest lap, not even paying attention to that. Didn't even realise Verstappen was closing on me. We must be pretty close. I think it was like a 10th, I think he gained there. This is going to be a tough race, especially if we're all one stopping as well. The only chances we're going to have to get past is, well, unless we undercut, I guess. But again, it's going to be hard going from the soft to the hard tyre. I imagine I'm not expecting the hard tyre to be that quick compared to a worn set of soft tyres, right? They should be quite similar. I'm not expecting undercut to be that powerful. Dare I say, Gasly's holding Leclerc up here.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
No, Leclerc's close, but can't do anything with it. It's that slippery AlphaTauri again. Quickly developing a reputation for being super fast in a straight line. There's only one real chance to overtake as well, and it's down into turn 1.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some minor wear.
I think we should be okay on power unit parts though. The gearbox is the thing I'm keeping an eye on, really. Because we need to we need to keep in mind that we've got to do another race on this gearbox as well. Not just this one, but the next one. And it did take a beating at Bahrain. But it's been okay since then. It's not really worn out too much. I'm not too worried about the ICE at the moment.
The car behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Yeah, field's bunching up. We're all stuck behind Hamilton, really. Bottas is running away with it, but then second through to 7th. We're all very close. But that's kind of bad news for me, really, because everyone's all DRS training each other. And I'm at the back of it, really. You have to start doing some sends, I think. Gotta get close first, though. Kind of hard to do. They're very quick through this part of the circuit as well. But it's this part where we're quick. Through the banking, we for some reason, gain time through past them. It's like they lift off the throttle or something, or maybe they're not using as much energy through there.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Okay, could have a chance at it. It's almost like a lift through the banking part. It's very strange. If anything, you'd be going even... You would be more confident. Oh shit, that was very late on the brakes. Whew, that was close. Wasn't even thinking about a dive there. But that's useful to know. Very wide open turn 1. You can really get inventive with our lines. It's worth keeping that in mind. Oh, Gasly, bit of a twitch. When are we due in? 12. Got Max behind us now as well. I've certainly got braking confidence, so I think if we keep it tight here, there's an opportunity. Yeah, should be good hit. Come on.
Nice move. Good job.
Nice move. So we're just catching them through the banking more than anything. We had again, I can't understand why they just lose time through the banking bit. It's just an easy, you just hold the throttle and you go fast through that part. I'm almost tempted to look at the onboard on an instant replay just to see if they are having like a chicken lift. It's alright for me, not too fussed. Gives us a chance at least on the back on the main straight. He was particularly poor in that middle sector last lap though, so we were just able to keep close. Same here again actually, because they're all bunched up. Hamilton's really suffering at the moment. Bottas is just running away with this. Again, we're good out of that corner. Got plenty of fuel to play with. Oh my word, but he's very quick. That was pretty sweet. Oh shit. I lost traction on the curb there. Gave him a run. It's alright, I didn't punt you, boy. James. It's alright. He's safe.
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Nice move though. I mean, he left the door wide open, but he again so fast in a straight line. Couldn't have got more of a draft if I tried. I expect Leclerc's going to be stuck behind him for a while. One of those guys, Leclerc, Verstappen, are going to have to. They're just going to have to come in early and try the undercut. They won't do it, but any of us in this group that stop early have a really good chance. Although that being said, what is the better play? It depends where they come out in traffic. If you get stuck in traffic, maybe it's best to stay out longer. Just got to wait and see how it all plays out, I guess. When we expected to come out in 19th, so we're still going to be ahead of Ricciardo.
We're leading our
He was all the way at the back there, just about to catch a Williams, it looks like. Bit of a twitch for Lewis there. Still got plenty of energy to play with as well. I've not really been keeping an eye on the meter. But we're looking alright. I'm pretty sure that gearbox hasn't lost a percentage at all yet. Which is good. 61% on the ICE though. What do you need to do to stop the ICE from wearing? Is it just high power? Just to keep off the revs? I actually can't remember the criteria. So some parts are like stay off the curbs. Turn down the heat. Right, Seb's a sitting duck here. Wow, look how much we just closed. It's just insane. And they've got no straight line speed either.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Making moves. Lewis is looking super uncomfortable here on these on the tyres. See some twitch on the rear tyres there. I think we're going to get him before we even stop here, you know. And DNF into the wall would do it. It will save the part, I guess. I don't think it will do us any favours though elsewhere. Speed is good though. Very impressed so far with how we're carving through these guys. Again, the group are all together still though. No, just looking behind me, they're all there. So that's going to really develop in the rest of this race here. Once they stop as well, start falling out into the traffic behind. That being said, if we're all one stopping, none of these guys have come in early, so they're not going to two-stop. Last season they two-stopped. Well, the two-stoppers came in early, got stuck behind traffic, and really struggled. Obviously they've learned that lesson, it looks like. Are we going to get Lewis here? A bit far away here. Oh, that's a light. And just sweep around the outside instead. Really like turn one here. I think in the real race, in the real world, that would be a pretty good corner, really, for racing. Very open. Oh, there's a yellow somewhere.
Okay, clear.
I think it's a Renault breaking down. It's not Nick, I hope. I see it in the... No, it's the yellow dot slowing down. I saw Nick in the yellow zone there.
Okay, so
Well, Nick's been released then, so Nick the Freeze is in clean air now. Let's see how he does. Surprise qualifying. He's started to fall back from the pack, so maybe he's been held up by that Renault a bit. Be cool if he does start catching up though. Okay, so we have Bottas ahead.
is ahead of you.
He's quite a gap ahead as well.
Front is 3.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 10 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:12.
Whoops, that's too wide.
Gaining by 1/10 a lap.
1/10 a lap. Now, if we gain by 1/10 a lap, are we going to catch him? No. Quick maths tells me no.
Dogs, we're coming in this lap.
Right, we're in this lap then. No one has gone... Oh no, that's a lie. People have gone in. Okay, that's not good. So we've got a Ferrari. So Seb, Verstappen's in, Gasly's in. Looking like they're going out in traffic. I've got to stop looking at the map though, because I'm going through a straight that has corners in. Seb's the only one in clean air, it looks like. He just jumped, it looks like a Haas. Verstappen and Gasly are stuck behind. Oh, there's a McLaren breaking down. It's Norris. Norris is breaking down. Not had any safety cars yet though. Safety car would save me right now though.
Caution.
Shit, okay.
Speed and maintain a positive delta. Drop your
You call me Mystic Nolden.
and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Okay, so we're pitting this lap anyway. That's really shafted those guys that just stopped though. That's hella unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's come in.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Hamilton stayed out. Leclerc stayed out as well. Messed up. Very quick BSC there.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
What? One stop to go? I'm on the right tyre, aren't I? Oh, we're just ahead of Seb still. Why has Lewis stayed out? Neither of the Mercs have gone in yet. Is it really that marginal on the hard tyre? Right, one of the Mercs is in, Bottas is in, Leclerc's in. So Hamilton's got to do another lap on the soft tyre. Freezes in, of course.
Coming in for his stop.
I gotta say, it's a bit.
Gap to the car ahead is 5.0.
Keep an eye on Vettel versus Hamilton here. Bottas has just come out. We've gained time on him as well, so the undercut is well and truly in effect. Leclerc's ahead of Seb.
Good. You're managing it well.
What? Leclerc jumped Seb. I'm so confused right now. Is the undercut working or not? I think that virtual safety car must have saved me against Vettel. Because yeah, I imagine Seb must have had the pace to undercut me, but got caught out by the virtual safety car.
Behind you has just fitted the hard
And
tyres. Car behind, running
yeah,
hard.
and there it's cost him position to Leclerc as well, who just so happened to somehow overcut him. Right, Hamilton's in as well. Let's see where he falls out. He could fall behind both Ferraris here. It's not out of the question that could happen. That Verstappen in 5th as well. 6th, sorry. Right, here comes Lewis. There's a Ferrari jumping him. There are 2 Ferraris jumping him. Oh no, he's just come out. Oh no, they're close. Where are they? Yeah. Wow, it's gone well for Charles. Oh, Charlie boy. Charles Leclerc in 3rd place. Right, so that's not gone well for Gasly. Gasly's lost out big time in all of that. So, what's happened? So Bottas leads, I'm 2nd, Leclerc 3rd, Hamilton 4th, Vettel 5th. Got Verstappen in 6th now. So he's gained, it looks like, over Gasly. Gasly's in 7th. The big winner there was Leclerc. Absolutely. We're looking quick here today as well. To be fair, Bottas didn't even have... He had a bigger lead than this over Leclerc before the pit phase. It was like 3 seconds. It was 3 seconds to me when I overtook Hamilton. He's what, around 3 seconds ahead of Leclerc now? Oh, a little wide there. The team always switch strats for me for the lulls. They do! They really do! I don't understand why I've gone into the pits. I know I picked a 1 stop at the start, because that was the default strategy they put me on. So God knows why they've just gone, I've got 1 more stop left. That's so confusing. That has to be a bug. Which is very surprising. Because Codemasters have never made a buggy game in their life. So I don't believe it, really.
Gap to teammate behind
Wow, you
is
can brake so late into turn 1 there.
2 seconds.
Phil didn't hack the engineer. He didn't become the engineer. You swear it. Or if you swear it, you're a good guy. I trust you. It looks like we're both pulling away here from the guys behind. So Leclerc is now the bottleneck. Actually, to be fair, Hamilton is the bottleneck. Leclerc's got a bit of gap still, a bit of distance between him and the Merc. That's between me and Valtteri then at the moment.
Bottas ahead, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 12.1. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap.
The engineers on this game are basically the witches in the prison in that final level. No one's going to understand what you're talking about, so let me just explain. So we were playing Left 4 Dead at the last weekend, me and Phil. And we were playing, what we tend to do on Left 4 Dead now is just community-made maps. It's normally what we do now. Because some of them are really fun. And there was one that we did. And the final level was like in a prison. And you had to open the cell doors. Anyone who doesn't play Left 4 Dead probably has no idea what I'm talking about here. But essentially, the aim of the game is you get from point A to point B, surviving the zombie apocalypse. In a nutshell. So you get to the final level, and we're in this prison, and literally, well, there's a helicopter on top of the prison that we would escape in, but we need to collect fuel. So if you've played Left 4 Dead before, you go around, you collect fuel canisters around a small little level, while fighting like an onslaught of zombies that come running at you. Simple as that. So in this prison, we're going around, we're opening the doors, the cell doors, because that's where all the gas canisters are. They're all in the cell doors for some reason, because that's what you do in prison. You leave gas canisters in the actual cells, just in case your prisoners need like a way out. You just leave them a gas canister for them to use. So anyway, so we're having to open these cell doors to access the canisters, and in each one where there's a canister, there's a witch. Now a witch is a relatively high level infected on this game, and these ones took you down in one hit. So there's no way of getting a canister without triggering a witch, and you needed about 13 gas canisters. So needless to say, we didn't finish the level because we just kept getting killed by these witches. So what Phil was trying to say is that these engineers are stupid. Just like the witches in that level. Quiddles knows what we're talking about. You need that chainsaw. I'm not a melee fan, to be honest, so chainsaw was never really my go-to. Chainsaws are fun though. They are fun. Alright, I just noticed Bottas is falling away a tiny bit, or pulling away, so we're just gonna crank up the fuel and just make sure he's not running away. Not on my watch. Oh, that's a bit of understeer though. Didn't need that. How are the tyres looking? Yeah, the tyres are fine. Guitar is the best melee weapon. Is the frying pan in Left 4 Dead? Or am I just thinking Team Fortress? The frying pan's the best melee weapon. Not on my watch, you son of a church! That's very family friendly. Whoa, shit, that was way too high up on the bank in there.
Bottas is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 1.0 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 6 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:12.0. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
Right, that's the pace. We're very similar, but Bottas has had the edge for the past couple of laps. That purple sector though, that would do nicely. Like a really good lap at the moment. I think we could probably go for fastest lap as well on these tyres still. Was pretty clean all the way around that lap. Lo and behold, there we are. That's pretty good because that's very quick.
Keep this up.
5 seconds behind everyone else at the moment. Or ahead of everyone else, I should say.
They're on old hards. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 11.9. You're gaining by around 6/10 a lap.
Pretty big margin. A bit too much on the outside curb though. Phil's posted a link. I can't view that link at the moment. Oh, that's a twitch for Bottas. That's a chance. Oh, he's flat out through the bank in there. Here he comes.
Keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead.
Big send around the outside. Quiddle's called it. It had to be done. There we go, we're in the lead. We did set a really quick lap last time, but that was a... it was the mistake from Bottas coming into the penultimate corner that really set that up. Question is, can we pull away now? Because, I mean, we've got the advantage on everyone behind us. But Bottas has looked okay. He's looked pretty quick so far. It's this part of the lap as well where he's gaining the time as well. I think providing we keep it clean in those last 2 corners, we should be good. That's a bit wide. Still got some deployment to mess around with. Only a tiny bit though, really at the entry of the banking.
You'll be on the softs.
Right, we're entering the pit window. Right.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
This is normally the part where chat will go, yeah, just send it to pits. It's the hell of it. Where do we come out? We come out 9th. That's quite some ground to make up. I don't think we're going to do that today. Oh, that's a little wide though. Shit, it's a bit of gravel. I glanced a tiny bit down there. Lost me bearings a tiny bit. Back to defending from Merck for the last third of the race again. I hope it's a bit easier than last time. Well, one, there isn't a massive fuck off straight to defend anymore, which is good. Check tyres. Tyres are still good. Why do they want us to come in? ICE's looking fine. Gearbox has lost 2%. Yeah, we're looking good, really. Still looking at that group of 4 cars behind us as well. So Hamilton's having a shocker today, because Leclerc's pulling away from him now as well. And Hamilton once again is the bottleneck. So he's got Vettel behind him, he's got Verstappen stuck behind him, he's got Gasly still behind him as well. I mean, nice to see. Doesn't happen often that Hamilton has an off day. But not just that, but people are taking advantage of it as well. So that's going to tighten the championship up a tiny bit. Yeah, that's 3 seconds Leclerc's got on Hamilton.
In this lap,
Right, curious to see if anyone else comes in now or goes into the pits. They shouldn't really need to. Just getting trolled by the Racing Point strategy computer. Yeah, pulling away from Bottas here as well. Alright. Pace has been okay as well, still. I know it's saying red sectors there, but we're still within a tenth really of what we set. Oh, bit of grass there. Carlo is feeling a little loose through the banking. Quiddles is saying this is an easy game. There's no way I'm going at 110% this season. No way, not a chance. We're pretty even on lap time with Bottas. Really, I think we were similar last time now.
Bottas is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 2.1 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:12.1.
Yeah, I have to say we're getting better results than what we did at this point last season. I mean, there's factors to consider with that. Obviously, we're in a car that's higher up the grid. Yeah, we've had a car that's higher up the grid, so it's, you know, this car is third fastest car on the grid now. Whereas the McLaren was like 5th or 6th pretty much all season long. Obviously, we're running a setup as well, which is helping us find a bit more lap time. So I'm kind of thinking in the back of my mind, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen when we come to these circuits. I remember there was a period last season where we went to Baku and we were just winning race after race for a period. I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder if that's going to happen again. I don't really want it to be like that. But that being said, you know, we're qualifying. We haven't been on the front row at all yet so far. Just in the race, it's almost like they slow down a tiny bit or they just lose their edge. I don't really want to bump the difficulty up anymore than I have to, but maybe it's something I might have to consider. I mean, there are 5 numbers between 105 and 110, or no, technically there's 4. So I could go like 106 maybe or something. I don't know how big a difference that would make though. I'm talking about this like I've got this race wrapped up. Bottas is starting to catch me up now. James has asked a question. Hang on, let me get on straight, and then I will start rambling about that. There's no such percentage as 169. Right, James has said, we've had Biscuit Chat. What were the best PS1 games?
We're leading our teammate by 20.8 seconds.
I almost feel like I need to stop the race a second and just go to camera, but because I've still got a couple of my PS1 games just on my shelf here. Hey, what's there? Oh, hang on, position change. Verstappen's just past Seb. Verstappen has got past. He's finally had enough. Right, what were the best PS1 games? To be honest, I've probably not played some of the best ones. When I was younger. Was Frogger PS1? Asked Stevie. Probably. The ones that stood out for me were Crash Bandicoot 1 to 3 and Crash Team Racing. They're the ones that spring to mind. The Spyro trilogy. Croc. Remember Croc? I mean, it's dated as shit now when I watch some of those games back. But Croc was great as well. Tomb Raider, of course. Just looking at my shelf, what else have I got there? Nothing, none of the big games, actually. I've still got my copy of Crash 3 and Crash Team Racing though. Medieval, yeah. I have not played the remaster, but it's something that was on my list anyway. I wanted to give that a try again. Never really played Medieval that much when I was younger. I don't know, it just freaked me out. I think the main character, he just looked a bit scary in his 2-pixel format. Toy Story 2. I think that was an underrated game. That was a very underrated game, but I love that game. Toy Story 2 was really good. Mind you, Toy Story 3 was really good on the Xbox 360. So, yeah. They were very good. TTR was beast, of course it was. The remake was stunning. But there's other games that I wanted to play that I don't think I really did, or I was too young to really kind of be interested in them. Metal Gear Solid, I think I would have enjoyed if I gave it more time. Like, the games that I remember are just like kids games mainly, you know. Or maybe not Tomb Raider, that wasn't a kids game, but Tomb Raider was good. What I really loved about Tomb Raider 2 was where you could just go around Croft Manor and just do whatever the hell you wanted. Just spent more time doing that than anything else. You just had your butler following you around. You just lock him in like the freezer and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Locking him in. Yeah, same. Did the same thing. Never played any of the F1 games back then. F1 wasn't my thing back then. F1 2000 was shit. I have to take your word for it. What else have we got there? Rayman? Rayman was good.
You're losing a small amount of time to the
Rayman never got better than the original. Didn't really like any of the other games after that. Yeah, Rayman was a trippy one.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I mean, I think my favourite thing about the PS1 era that I look back on as well, I just remember when I was playing it, you know, I just remember most of the time I was playing like demos and shit as well. Like, you know, you can get like demo discs with the magazines and stuff. That's pretty much what I'd spend most of my time doing, just playing like the demos more than anything. It's like today's equivalent's like you download like free trials on your mobile phone. Back then it was demo discs. I used to have so many of them. I'm pretty sure I probably still have a fair few of them actually. I'll have to dig them out. He used to punch Schumacher off for revenge because he made the sport so boring. Shall I do the same for Lewis right now? Max is still stuck behind, but it looks like... Oh, I wonder if Verstappen will get him at the end. That'd spoil Lewis's day even more. It helped me out as well, I think, from the championship perspective. And the magazine disc was so good. I remember playing stuff like, I think Pac-Man. Pac-Man used to be quite fun as well. Like 3D Pac-Man on the PS1. Just remember that more than anything. Used to play the 2 levels that were on the demo all the time. Bottas is closing here, I need to shut up a second. Even Leclerc's starting to come back a little bit here. We're clean out of here though, and we should be okay. And what else have I got? Bust the Move. Do you remember Bust the Move? Like that generation's Candy Crush. Parappa the Rapper. Never played it, but I mean, yeah. That's one that I mean, it's probably dated as fuck now. But obviously that was big. Big in its time.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Very first PS1 game I actually got with the console. I got it as like a Christmas present. I got a V-Rally with it. Destruction Derby, remember that? That just reminded me. That game was sick. Destruction Derby was so good. Nothing more fun than doing like an arena fight. And man, I'd almost forgotten about that. Destruction Derby, the best game. I don't have Wreckfest. Is that similar at all? Anyway, I'd like to think it was, but I have no idea. Oh, that's the insta spin curb. Saved it. Not focusing. Not focusing. Got a lap and a half. Come on, let's just close this out, and then we can talk more. Race engineers should chat this sort of stuff. Hey Lewis, what's your favourite PS1 game? Hey Lando, what's your favourite PS1 game? I wasn't even born then.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 26.
Well, we should be clear.
Seconds.
Verstappen's pretty close to Lewis. Oh my word, he's passed. He's done it. Deserves an instant replay. Big moment. The crowd goes wild. Just bombed past him, didn't he? Look how fast he was. Job done. That's dropped Hamilton down the order in terms of the championship as well. I think he was going to lose the lead today anyway, as it stood before that overtake. Well, what could have been for Max Verstappen? He's shown clearly very good race pace. He just has just been stuck in traffic the whole time. He's done very well to come back from 9th though, or wherever the hell he was. I think it was 9th. Bottas, it feels like he's closed a second in a sector. Now we're good for fuel. Cool, there we go. Last corner. Well, we have our first double race winner. It's me.
Fantastic.
Good win.
You've won the Grand Prix.
That was a good win. That was really good pace as well. We were really strong in the race there. Don't know what happened to Bottas. His pace was very erratic in that second stint. It really looked like he had that first stint under control, and then he just felt he started. I mean, we were closing the gap. Then it stabilised, and then I started coming back towards him again. And then we pulled away a couple of times, and he just kept coming back, but just never really wasn't really close enough at any point to make an overtake in the end there. So it was pretty comfortable compared to China last race.
Skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath. We saw it
Buzzing.
all today. And it's really nice to
They
see
all
it
look
run
delighted.
in that manner. A race surely that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
Right, what else have we got here?
The Racing Point team will be very happy.
Because on my shelf here, I just have
Final results.
loads of old games.
Display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork.
Like, everything on my shelf here I don't actually use anymore, but I just have them on my shelf just because they need somewhere to go rather than upstairs in the loft. Shall I show you what we got? Just having a sneaky look. Anyway, let's do the results first.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects
Okay.
the drivers'
Wow, we didn't even get fastest lap at the end.
Thrilling race.
Leclerc finished 3 seconds behind in the end.
Now, let's
What kind of lap did he do at the end there?
He's a contender for drivers
What the fuck happened
today.
there?
It's an interesting one today. On balance, I think I have to call out Alexander Albon. A really solid drive from him today, and one that he and his team should be proud of.
Let's move on to the constructors.
Did he just give our driver of the day to Albon?
Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves
Shit.
further up the order.
Well,
And
good
with
win.
that, we wrap up another
Didn't get the fastest lap in the end there.
But with more races lined up, be sure to join us.
Verstappen, look at the pace they had at the end.
With more Formula
11.1. 11.1 for Bottas, 10.9. Where was this pace in the final laps? They needed that bit more often. Anyway, so that's a win. Didn't get the fastest lap, so that's not an extra point today, unfortunately. But one for Leclerc. At least it wasn't a Merc that got it. Bottas second, Leclerc third. Good podium, that really. Verstappen got ahead of Hamilton. Really good drive by Verstappen. I think he still was the strongest. But just couldn't do anything with... he just suffered, paid the price for a shit qualifying. Seb fell back. Disappointing for Seb. That virtual... I mean, to be fair, the virtual safety car I don't think helped Vettel or Gasly. Gasly really paid the price. He stopped and literally the safety car, virtual safety car came out. Pretty much on the lap after, so he lost time to people who came in that time around. Actually, to be fair, it was only me. But yeah, in the clean air, obviously Leclerc and Verstappen were just quicker in the clean air. Hamilton very lucky to come fifth. He was holding the cars up the whole race. Albon came back in 8th, some way off though, the top 7. But he done okay, I guess. De Vries, good old Nick, stealing the point at the end, as always. He's always there, isn't he? Didn't do much in the end there. We thought maybe he would come back towards us when he got into clean air when that Renault broke down. I think it was Perez that broke down. Yeah, it was. But never really done anything. So just ran his own race, got a point, which is fine, I guess. Couldn't need him doing a bit better, really. And there's that pun again. Nicking that point every race happens every time so far. Shit standards. So we're in the lead. Quite good, really. I don't think there's many races that we've come out of where we've been leading. I think we led round 1, the very first race of our career mode. We led the championship there, and then never took the lead back until I think it was Brazil last season. So throughout this whole career mode so far, we've led the championship, I think, for a grand total of 4 races. I think it's something like that. Anyway, it's a lead anyway, so 5 points clear, that gap. So I could very easily lose that next time, but we'll enjoy where we're at now. So Hamilton then, in second, you got Bottas third. Very much the same, really. Considering how tight the gaps have been and how close it's been. Only 1 position change in that top 6. Leclerc got some big points today, so he's crept up now, up to 7th. Seb got some points as well. If I win the next race, we've got to up the difficulty. It's something I'm going to have to consider, isn't it? Am I brave enough to do 110 straight off the bat? I've never done 110. I've never done a career. I've never done a race, or I've never completed a race with 110. I've normally quit before I got to the end. So we think 108 maybe. I'll have to mess about a bit. I'll have to test some of the settings and see what's good. It's very track specific as well. But that being said, since we've put the setup on, we've really got back in contention. Anyway, races have been good. We've not run away with them by any means. So, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the next one goes. Okay, let's just a quick note on Nick in 13th there. The lowest of the point scorers at the moment. But he's scoring points. 4 races out of 5. He's been in the top 10. So consistent. Constructors. So that's us. We've pulled the lead out, which is good. And I mean, considering again, all things considered, how close it was going between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Not really too much has changed. Except the gaps have stretched a little bit. Mercedes obviously running away with it though. I wonder where we would be if we had a driver that wasn't Nick de Vries. I'm not slagging him off. Well, I am slagging him off. But if we had a higher rated driver in that car, if we had Stroll or Perez, where would we be? Would we be closer? I reckon we might be. End it there.
The fans really seem
Right, let's take a look then. At Nostalgia Corner,
How does that
as I like to call it. Now, yeah. Hang on, let me just take a look. We've got... So what I've got here is a list of... well, on my shelf is just a list of old games that... I'll start again. So when I moved here, so I live with my dad at the moment. And I've been living here for the past... It's been over a year now. So since November 2019. But when I moved, before I moved, I did a clear out of games that because I just had loads and loads of games all on my shelf, but I never played them anymore. So I made a decision that I'd sell or get rid of a lot of them, which I did. But I've kept some of my favourites really, just for nostalgia more than anything, really. So, like, if you see, for example, you've got, like, CTR. Like, all my PS1 stuff I've kept. There is, I think, what I've got with, so there's CTR 3. Oh, sorry, CTR 3? Crash Bandicoot 3. Yeah, I don't have many PS1 games in their cases anymore. I have them just in a massive collection of. It's like in a CD holder, like a book, like a holder with all these CDs in. I don't have that with me though, so I can't show you what games are in there. I can show you what's on here. Not really too much now. When I look at it, I got rid of a lot of stuff. Yeah, most of it is, let's see. Actually, hang on. Let me just try these back. And then we'll go full camera. Hang on, let me just bring that. Actually, are we going to be able to see that? Hang on, let me just, let me go full camera. Let's see that. Is that any good? You see alright there? That's as far as it will go on the camera. That's not very good, is it? Hang on, let me put it back. I'll just bring some of my faves out. Hang on. That's a lot of F1. Yeah, there's a lot of season reviews. Hang on. Oh, I'll just dig them out. There's too many to dig out. Basically, I have season reviews. So I've got 2003, 2005, 2003, 2006, 07, 08, 09, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then I stopped at 16 because I just got sick of having all the season reviews, and I stopped watching them in the more recent years as well. So I've got 2016. Look at this. Actually, no, sorry, 15 and 16. They're both in their wrapping still. I actually haven't watched them. So they have just... They are literally mint condition. Season reviews got really bad. It was a combination of the two. The season reviews got really bad, and then the YouTube channel got better. So there was no need to watch the reviews. Plus, Drive to Survive has come out now as well. So you got that. Someone just mentioned the MP427 as well, and you are right. It is that exact car. I got this at Silverstone. Can't remember what year. It wasn't too long ago. It was kind of on sale in the McLaren bit. I don't know if you can see that at all well. The only thing that's different though, the only thing that really bugs me with it is that it's it's not really the MP427. It's like a hybrid between the 2012 car and the 2011 car. And the biggest giveaway is the side pods. So you know on a 2011 car you had the side pods that were like L-shaped. And this model has those side pods. So it really bugs me. Really. Don't drop it though. So yeah, so you got that. Hang on, let me just stick that back. Yeah, what else? I got some PS2 games, I guess. I went through some of them. Metal Gear Solid 3. Star Wars Battlefront 2. The real one. Not the shit EA one. This was one of my favourite games. Destroy All Humans. Remember that? I don't have the remaster though. Which I do want to get. And then you've got the granddaddy of them all. GTA. San Andreas. That's my favourite game. Well, one of my favourite games of all time. Love the San Andreas. I was only 12, I think, when it came out. Here's some for you. The PSP, remember that? F1 2009. I don't know why I still have that, to be honest. I think it's just more... It's not even nostalgia. It was a terrible game. And then you've got F106. Not bad. Not bad. Burnout Legends. That was a great game on the PSP. And you've got, speaking of Burnout... So hang on. So speaking of Burnout, there's a couple more PS2 games. Most of my collection is PS2 games. Looking at them. But you've got Burnout 3. Takedown, which is probably the best one. According to most people. You got Burnout Revenge. And Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise. Paradise is my favourite Burnout. But a lot of people like Burnout 3. No Ratchet and Clank, unfortunately. No, never really got into it. And then when I got my PS4, I actually did buy Ratchet and Clank and played a bit of it, but never completed it. I don't know why. Maybe I'll revisit it. Just couldn't get into it. Here's this banger. Only Need for Speed Underground 2. Probably one of my favourite games when I was younger as well. Although the only thing is that I lost the disc. I don't know where it went. I actually legitimately spent a whole day when I was moving out just trying to find the disc. I was trying to check other game cases if I put it in somewhere. I checked my old PS2 because I've still got them. They're up in storage, but I still have my PS1's in great condition still. PS2's looking well, the controllers are not worth keeping really. Because they're not in great shape, but the PS2 itself is pretty fine. But yeah, it wasn't in the PS2, so I've got a case that I can just look back on. I'm never going to play it again anyway, so it's just literally sat here. What else we got? Oh. Simpsons Hit and Run. What a game. I don't even know if you can see this properly. I'm just pointing it at the camera, like proper zoomed in. But hit and run. What a game. What a game. There's some great games here. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. If you guys... Well, you guys won't know because you've only subscribed a couple of days ago, but I did a Spider-Man PS4 stream just before Miles Morales came out. And I love those games as well, but this was the original. This was the OG. Just checking the disc is in there, which it is. You've got The Getaway. I don't know if anyone liked The Getaway. The original Getaway was probably the better one of the two, but I never had that. But I got Black Monday, which is the sequel. And yeah, I remember playing this a bit. Again, it's not most people's. It was like a poor man's London GTA. So you had that. And anyone remember Mercenaries? Mercenaries 1 was the shit. One of my favourite PS2 games. One of my favourite games of all time. There, I've said it. Mercenaries 1 was incredible. I can't even remember why it was so groundbreaking at the time. I think because you could destroy just literally any building you wanted. You had the freedom to do whatever, tackle the missions exactly how you wanted them. Yeah, it was amazing. So, that's my PS2 lot. Let me just along the top I can see there's a couple of 360 games. And they're more series. They're not individual games on their own, they're all part of like collections and stuff now it looks like. So I've got, as an example, I've got Halo. So I've got Halo 3. In its old I don't even know what edition this is. It was like a limited edition. It wasn't the full collector's edition, it was like the one just below it. So you know, you got the original game, you could upgrade to the, I was like the mid-tier. It's the mid-tier Halo 3 when it came out in its steelbook case. That's in pretty good condition still, actually. Halo 4, limited edition as well. This is a bigger waste of money than the Halo 3 one, because Halo 4 wasn't as good. Then you've got Halo Reach, Master Chief Collection. I don't know why I'm showing you that. That's still, people still play that. That's not really nostalgia in any way. Let's go to the 360 stuff then. So there's not really too much anymore. So you've got... There really isn't. So I've just got they're all racing games. Actually, no, that's a lie. Fable 2. Fable 2 needs a remaster. Fable 2 was amazing. Don't know if you guys played that. It was never really my type of game. The fantasy kind of genre. Apart from RuneScape back then. RuneScape was my jam back then. But I was never really that good at it. But I just really enjoyed it. And Fable, I thought I'd give Fable a go because it was kind of similar. And then you got, so you got Horizon. Horizon 2. I've got Horizon... sorry, this is Forza Horizon 1. I've got number 2 just on the shelf there. And then my two favourite other racing games on the 360. So you had Forza 4. So obviously, if you're a YouTube fan, my Forza 4 races are on there. And PGR 4. PGR 4, I don't know what happened to it. Like, that series just tanked, didn't it? It literally ended on 4. 4 was so good, and then the company just went under, I think. So, PGR 4 was ahead of its time, in my opinion. It was so fun. I haven't done these questions yet on the game. I will finish them before we end the stream. Yeah, and that's about it. The only other thing I've got is just a shitload of Battlefield games on my shelf. So, pick out my favourite two anyway, just to show you. Phil's not here to appreciate this. Phil was the only one that would probably appreciate all this. I'm dropping stuff now. BF2, Battlefield 2. Again, another game ahead of its time. And then 2142, which is my second favourite game of all time. Of all time. Across all genres. So, quite a collection. But I look back at those and I'm like, yeah, remember those good times. Everything else doesn't really matter. But yeah, I thought I'd keep them on display. I think when I move house, I'll probably these are probably going in a nice box and put in storage somewhere, wherever I live. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's a few other games, but they're not really nostalgic in any way. That's kind of it. Okay, let's do this. So, first in the championship, how does that feel? It feels like coming home. Let's stay humble. Stay humble. We're gonna sell for pounds in 50 years. I'll tell you a story, right? So when I was selling all these games, I used like Music Magpie or something like that. This isn't an ad, by the way, but I something along those lines, like Computer Exchange. I think that's what I used actually. But you can download an app on your phone and scan the barcodes, and they'll give you prices. Most of them were literally 1 pence they would give me. I think what I did in the end, because it wasn't just games that I sold, but it was loads of DVDs that I had as well that I didn't need. But literally, my criteria was if there was anything over £1, then I'd sell it back to them. If there's anything under that, I recycled them, I think, which is what I did in the end. But there was so much to clear out; it was unreal. I can't remember most of the stuff I cleared. I'll have to get a list actually of the receipt. And we can go through the games on there, and then you can probably go, why did you get rid of that? Okay. I don't know why I picked that answer. I can't believe people stayed to watch me go through that. Reminisce. Okay.
Appreciate your time.
That could be it. Let's just see. I don't think we've got an invitational event. I think this is literally the last thing. Oh, quick look at the rivalry. Yeah, we need to score 2 points to beat Albon in the rivalry. There, that looks pretty clear cut. That's just if we out-qualify him, that's it. Job done. So, not worried about the rivalry anymore. Okay, so we don't have anything. We just have... Oh, right, so it's literally a week that we're skipping. So no parts. Still got some parts in development. Only one part. But that's not coming for a while, so we'll just go into that race. In the next stream... Speaking of next stream, when is the next stream? It could be Sunday, actually. So I'm not going to do tomorrow. I was either going to stream tonight, which I did, or it was going to be tomorrow mid-afternoon probably. But everyone's all going to be doing Daytona then. And I kind of want to keep track on what's going on, especially with Team AOR as well, because they're running in that class. So I'm going to be following that alongside all the other stories that are going on during that race. So it's probably going to be Sunday. So Daytona will probably finish mid-afternoon. I'll probably be streaming towards the evening. I need to just see if I'm free. I think I will be, so it will be probably around 5 o'clock again on Sunday. That'll be the plan. If not, it's going to be some point midweek. Probably Tuesday. I'm looking at as the earliest. But I'll aim for Sunday anyway. I can probably put a bit more time in as well. Maybe do 2 races if we're really lucky. I've not done that yet because it's quite a long time. 2 hours is kind of fine, but I think generally I wouldn't mind streaming longer than 3 or 4 hours as well if I have to. I just don't have the time to do it though. Yeah, so in that case, I'm probably going to see you guys Sunday. Keep an eye on Daytona. What I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to on my channel. I think over the weekend, if Fizz is streaming. I'm going to be hosting him when he streams, so hopefully it will come up for you guys if you are interested in what's going on, because I'll be in the chat there, cheering the guys on in there. So yeah, should be fun. Should be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Shame, I wish I was racing myself, but we'll just have to wait. It's going to be another year. it'll happen next year, hopefully. I'll have all of my equipment out and I'll actually be racing with my wheel and pedals again. So I'll be hopefully back doing those endurance races in the future. But for now, yeah, I'm going to have to bid you guys goodbye. Hope you have a good evening. Have a great weekend as well, whatever you're doing. Not much we can do, but make the best of it. And yeah, I'll see you towards the end of the weekend anyway. I'll see you on Sunday. Cheers. See you guys later. I don't know what the key is to end the stream. I'm going to press a few.